so painful feeling of being rejected in a relationship. We grow up being told that God will send you this one person, or once you fall in love with that person, it's all gonna be like flowers. It's like God's gift. God is preparing something special for you. Reality is, you will get rejected. The first person you meet may not necessarily be God's gift. It could be just like one step forward in your life for growth before you meet this person that you will spend the rest of your life with. Especially in our community, especially for guys, you don't see this much talk about relationships, complexity, and challenges we have to deal with. Most often, you're just surprised by it. We were all rejected at one point in our life. If it's not in a relationship, then even kids are rejected in their peer groups. Like they want to fit in with a specific clique or group of friends, and they exclude them. More often, this happens with girls than with guys. Rejection hurts. Last week, I was waiting on a company to respond back. I was surprised, even though I think I did very well in the interviews, that they never responded to me. They never contacted me. The manager at the very last interview asked me what I thought. I felt like the interviewing process went too fast. Clearly, they knew during the interviewing process, indirectly, that I wasn't ready to be working with them. I actually like it if a girl doesn't respond, because that just makes my life easier. It might hurt a little bit. I might feel bad about my entire life and think I'll forever stay single. But eventually, I'm happy. Okay, it's done. It's over with. At least I know where I stand. When it's not so simple, it's complex. That's when it's annoying. It takes so much energy and time out of your life. Most of the time, we don't think, what is it that I did wrong? We think, what's wrong with me that this person rejected me? It reaches a point where you become afraid of taking risks because you experienced the pain of rejection and you don't want to go through it again. Why do we get rejected? The girl or the guy is not ready. It's not ready emotionally for a romantic relationship, is not ready financially, is not ready maturity-wise. Doesn't matter how attractive they are, if they're not mature enough to be responsible, you cannot trust them with your feelings, then they're not ready. If they're just young and having fun, they don't want to be restricted to one person, that also means they're not ready. They just don't need to be in a relationship. They have multiple guy and girlfriends and they have fun with all of them at the same time. Maybe they just don't feel the need to be in a romantic one-on-one relationship with anyone. They may be very busy with school, or they have a plan. You want to graduate college, you don't have time for this. I have barely enough time for my friends to have fun with them. And maybe they have a part-time job as well. They just don't have time to be in a relationship. So they're not ready. They're not ready for you. They're not ready for any other person on planet Earth. You can't feel rejected in this case because they're not rejecting you. They're rejecting the idea of being in a relationship. If they're already taken, then there's no point for you to approach them. So a second reason why you might get rejected is you might think that you were first chosen, but you weren't. And then you dwell on that, but in a matter of fact, you were never chosen. So for example, if two girls are fighting on some guy's attention, not because they like the guy or they want to be in a relationship with the guy, but they want to prove to the other girl she's desired more than her friend or whatever. That's childish. Don't get yourself into this. Same thing happens with the guys. If there are two guys fighting over a girl, they're not really interested in the girl as much as they are with winning. The girl has a mind of her own and she can choose. I read in a research that if someone is being rejected for another person, it hurts more if someone else was chosen instead of them. Best thing to do is just step outside of this circle. Main message: you will be rejected. It doesn't matter what qualities you have and to what extent you have these qualities, you will be rejected in your life. Don't let the fear of rejection stop you from being and doing and becoming your best. Feel that pain of rejection because it's a part of life. Life can't always be about pleasure, there's always the pain. And when you're rejected more than once, then you're finally accepted by this person. It will be more valuable in your eye. Knowing that some other person was this time rejected but not you makes you feel that you're special. Because if no one ever gets rejected, then being accepted won't make you feel special, and it's like easy. But if you know that there's a chance for you to be rejected, you will work harder, you will consider, and when you're not rejected, it will mean more to you than if you will always never be rejected. Then getting what you want won't feel as valuable.